What it do, peeps? This is episode 52 or card of the day 52. I'm sorry. I'm too sleepy here now. And I needed to do this. So anyways, today we've got a new card of the day. Card of the day is Frostbite. 1 in a red snow instant. It deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you control 3 or more snow permanents, it deals 3 damage instead. This card is dope. Listen, if you guys haven't seen it already, check out some of my live streams when I'm playing MTG Arena. I go ham, bologna, and turkey in the paint playing my mono red prison. I'm putting this in air quotes because I literally just put a list together that was like, here's some Chandra Planeswalkers. Let's see what they do unattended on the board. And I go ham with that. And this is definitely in that list where basically I lay down a Chandra, and because this card costs 1 mana, it just feels so efficient to cast and takes care of a lot of stuff. And it leaves mana up for like other expensive plays. But since Chandra, especially Torture Defiance, you can uptick for red mana. This, if you have 2 in hand, just takes care of two creatures, 2 critters. Most times don't have 2 in hand, but like when you do, it feels really good. The fact that it costs 1 mana and it, like most of the red planeswalkers actually uptick for mana, and when you cast this spell with it, it just feels so good because it's such a tempo swing. And usually when you're playing with red planeswalkers, they have some sort of like weird card advantage utility with them where like they exile some cards and then you get cards by using from exile. And having this being 1 mana and being able to cast it from exile with those abilities, or having it be 1 mana to actually cast other spells during a turn, it's just so helpful. The fact that it clears a bunch of like those small aggro creatures means it's super good in control style decks and mid-range decks. And I think that's something we need, especially with those like super heavy aggro decks with like, I don't think they have them too much anymore, besides like Gruul aggro, where they have those stupid berserker gals, which they like, I don't know what they do. They like, you cast them and then when they ETB they give you a red and a green. Like this is super good against those decks because even if you don't have 2 or 3 snow permanents, this just takes care of most of the things on their board. Especially with this, not the Scab Clan Berserker, but the Gruul 3-drop one. Like this thing just destroys that because they never put the counter on it with the Riot. They always just swing in. So it's a 3 mana 3/2 that just swings in immediately. Cleanly takes care of them. Cleanly. And to be fair, like by the time you do get 3 snow permanents with this thing, usually you have enough for a board wipe. But if you don't, at instant speed, that just wipes everything out. Even in cases where you're not versus aggro, like this takes care of most mana dorks. It takes care of a lot of planeswalkers. The only things it doesn't take care of, I think, for the most part, that I've seemed to have trouble with when I was playing this card have been like those huge planeswalkers like Ugin and stuff like that. And usually that's understandable too, right? Like imagine having a 1 mana spell that killed everything. Cough, cough, swords, the plowshare, path to exile. I feel like this is basically the swords to plowshare of MTG Arena. Like I think this is good as it gets for MTG Arena single target removal spells. Although I'm not quite sure how it lines up with, because I know we do have cards like Fatal Push. I think this is relatively close because Fatal Push can't take care of planeswalkers, or this can. This can also take care of creatures. Um, I don't know if there's any too many like creatures that are like low CMC but have a high thick butt, but this helps out a lot. Even if you have like some creatures, if you smash in, like people will usually block your creatures and they don't really see it. Like it's really unassuming if you just swing in and like your creatures bounce off. You can have a pretty not even a trade. You can have a pretty nice outcome of combat. Well, you can use combat to your advantage, right, to mark some damage on the creature they have and have them bounce off. And you frostbite one of their creatures. It nicely works out, I think, most of the time. Yeah, that's just from what I've been playing with it. As for always, tell me what you guys think about the comments below. I don't think this is good in EDH. I think, of course, you always want to opt in using like lightning bolt variants or the lightning strikes. 'Cause I think generally the 3 snow permanents, I don't think there's too many good snow permanents. Unless you're playing a monocolored mono red deck, something like that. Maybe there's like a second spread. But I don't know. I think this is definitely a standard card, not an EDH card. But as always, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll be willing to hear, discuss it, whatnot. Um, cool card. Cool card. Definitely hoping that white could get something like this, but you know how it goes. Reds. This is Red's card. Cool card though. Definitely cool card. Thumbs up. This is Scred 2.